Hello everybody, Oliver here from the Earful Tower with a short episode. I'm sure you've heard that there's a mega heat wave going on in Paris, which means it's pretty much not business as usual for anybody, including this podcast. I think a lot of you guys know that I live on the top floor under the zinc rooftops of the city, which makes things very difficult indeed. But it was actually thinking about the rooftops of Paris that it reminded me that I wanted to reshare this old conversation from 4 or 5 years ago when I met an American woman, Sarah, and interviewed her about her very unique Paris apartment inside another kind of rooftop, in this case a domed rooftop. So a little bit of history. If you don't know what I'm talking about they're sort of rounded domes. You see a lot of them in the 16th and 17th arrondissement. Given that's where we're up to in the season, the arrondissement season, I thought it was perfect to dive into this again. Yeah, 17th century they started popping up on, churches and buildings linked to the Republic of France. But a couple centuries later we started seeing them on the residential buildings. And a lot of them remain, especially in the sort of 9th, 17th, 16th, 7th even. And I love them, and I'd always wanted to get inside one. So here comes the story of when I met Sarah, and she showed me around the inside of this very intriguing apartment. There's going to be all the pictures I took and videos and everything shared across social media this week. But let's rewind to the time I talked to Sarah inside her rounded dome apartment. Sarah.
Yes.
Before we even start talking, I can feel that the audio is weird in here. Do you notice it anymore?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah? It depends. So I've moved the furniture around quite a bit because it's round.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult to find corners and to create natural, intimate spaces. So every time I move the furniture around, I find new places where the sound travels differently up and over the ceiling.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's probably going around the wall. Oh, that frightened me. It feels like It feels like I'm drunk or something in here. It feels like I've got headphones on listening to myself.
It does, and especially during the summer storms, it literally feels like you're in a ship because the building sort of sways just the tiniest bit.
Wow.
And you have 180 degrees of the wind, so it literally feels like you're in a boat.
Wow.
It's really cool.
And to paint a picture for the people at home, when I tilt my head back and look up, it looks like these wooden beams sort of supporting this round structure.
Yeah.
Kind of like a lighthouse, it feels like, or something.
Definitely.
Do you get used to living in a bubble, sort of?
No.
No?
No, you have pinch me moments a lot.
Are there things that are annoying about it? Are you kind of like, spatially, kind of like, oh my God, I wish I could put a picture on that wall, but it's round.
Definitely. Yeah. If there's anybody who's willing to help with the design of a round room, I would be open to that.
You never know. There might be someone listening that can help. You could have one of those TVs that go all the way around the wall, like interactive and massive.
Yeah. No, it's a really special space. It poses its own challenges, but never, ever, ever do you get used to it, I don't think.
And you've got these incredible views going everywhere. I'm just going to sit differently on the couch and feel, whoa, okay, so it's different here.
Yeah, exactly.
30 centimeters back.
Yeah.
I wonder if the listeners will be able to hear. I'm interested, you said before I pressed record that you don't know anyone else that lives in one of these.
No.
Do you get sort of cupola envy when you walk around and go, oh, that person's a bit more beautiful than mine?
It's the perennial problem living in Paris that you see people with a terrace and you think, your life must actually be better. And then I have to have a, sober moment where I say, I think what you have is just fine. Yeah. But yes, the ones on the corner that have a balcony or something like that, I imagine.
Have you ever had people that have, down on street level, tried to ask if they could come up and have a look at this?
No, I don't think it's even that obvious exactly where the entrance to this building is.
That's true. It's it's really fortunate. I think the story was that because I get these kind of weird fascinations with things in Paris, and these cupolas, as I believe they're called, was one of them. And I was sharing pictures of them, and then it was on Instagram.
It was.
You reached out. You're like, well, I live in one.
Yeah, exactly. I think you were pretty obvious, and you said I would die to get inside of one to see what they look like, and I said, well, your lucky day.
Did it make you feel guilty that I said I'd die to get inside one?
No, because I find myself in different areas of Paris and thinking they are so different. And when I go to other cities, I really do remark how unique it is, I think, to the architecture in Paris. So I can imagine, of course. And there, if you think about how many buildings there are in Paris, but how many have this architectural style, there must not be more than 100.
No, I don't think so.
Just in the entire city.
And they're specifically in 17th, 16th-ish.
I think so. I've seen them other places. But I think that would be an interesting thing, is to mark down where they all exist in the city.
Yeah, now that you say, I think there's some on the left bank too, in the 7th, for example.
Yeah. But to think, you live in the round part of the building and then to be on the top floor of it and actually get, the 180-degree view is pretty unique. I know that the apartments below me, this is actually the master bedroom. So
is it also round for them? No. Okay,
yes.
so it's round all the way down.
Yep, all the way down.
How curious.
Yeah.
It is like a lighthouse. Okay, I also I wonder if there's like meetups between people that live in these and you just don't know about it yet.
I think this is the platform to set them up.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, anyone else listening, we can start the club. I want to talk to you a little bit. You're from the States, right?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Georgia.
Okay, cool. I wanted to talk to you about life in the 17th.
Yes.
Because that's what this whole episode is about. People keep saying to me family, sort of villagey vibe.
Definitely.
And I think it's interesting. People say that a lot about Batignolles on the far side of the 17th, but also this side, closer to the Arc de Triomphe. Yeah,
the 17th is a huge arrondissement. So you definitely have a split between sort of the younger side that touches on the 9th. You have Pigalle and whatnot. Batignolles definitely has that vibe. And then on this side, it's more young families. It does have sort of the established feel of the 16th, but definitely a little bit younger, I think. And to me, the appeal when I was moving to Paris was to make sure that I had a more or less authentic Parisian sort of lifestyle. I absolutely love the center, but it was purposeful for me to live a little bit removed from the typical tourist. I really enjoyed being able to walk around as I was looking at the neighborhood and not hear any English.
Yeah.
So that has had a huge impact on kind of, I think, my acclimation.
And do you find that, do you come across many tourists in this part of town?
No, and I think that's what's nice is when you look at a map of Paris, you see the big monuments and you see the Arc de Triomphe. And then I think most people look, I'm not really sure what's back there. There's nothing for me. Unless you're really trying to do kind of what you're doing, which is more exploratory. So it is quite nice, actually. On the back half of the Arc de Triomphe, we really don't get much by way of that. It's
and you don't need to be there because you can see it from your kitchen, not kitchen window, I guess.
Yeah.
From the study?
Yeah. Again, challenges the division of space. So if people have ideas.
Okay, so if people want to get an idea of what we're talking about, I'm going to share some pictures to go with this. But I think that wraps it up. Thanks so much. There you have it. Quick episode, as I said. This heat wave will be over soon. We'll be back to regular scheduling. But as always, become a member of this show on Patreon or Substack if you want to see it thrive. Otherwise, come and do a walking tour with us. They're award-winning walking tours. Meet me in Monday in the Marais. Otherwise, meet one of my excellent guides anywhere else in the city on any day you want, really. Check them out, theeiffeltower.com/tours. I'll leave you with that thought. And don't forget, keep your eyes up. Look for some of these magnificent domes around. You might just get an invite into one yourself. Stay cool, everybody. Au revoir.